Welcome to Clause 8, the #1 podcast on intellectual property, trusted by top in-house counsel, judges, and policymakers worldwide. Hosted by Eli Mazur, we bring you in-depth conversations with the personality shaping IP. Brought to you by TradeSpace, where ideas take flight.
So I had spent more than a decade working as a trial lawyer, involved in litigations that were about standard essential patents. And typically it was either a dispute where the parties had been negotiating for a long time, typically a cross license, and they just could not agree. And something that a lot of times led to the inability to agree was there was a lack of transparency. Everyone wants to know, if you're the one selling the products, you want to know, well, what are my competitors paying this patent owner? And it's difficult. Usually these licenses are confidential. And so it may only be in litigation that all of this information becomes available to your lawyers. And so, kind of the confidentiality issues can lead to disputes, or just an inability to really just reach a deal for whatever reason. And I started to think, even before I'd heard of Avanci, there has to be a better way to do this that doesn't involve litigation, and all of these transaction costs and the time and the people. And when I first, when Cassim left Ericsson, and I remember I sent him an email. I said, this is a great idea. I wished him luck. And I continued to think about it. Like, what a fantastic idea. I didn't think of, I wish I had thought of it myself, but I thought at the time I recognized that it was a great idea and that it had so much potential. At the time, I didn't know that I would eventually be part of it. But when I had the opportunity, I jumped at it. Moved to Ireland, where we have a lot of the operations of the vehicle platform. And I have to say, like, it has professionally been the most fun thing and interesting thing that I have done in my career, is to get to be part of growing the vehicle program. It's also been the most challenging and at times frustrating and difficult thing that I've done in my career, but it's been a journey.
You came in there, as I was saying in the beginning, you built it, you came, you saw the vision. What do you think needed to happen for everybody else to see the vision? The I guess the car companies. What did you, at that point?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have to be honest here. I can't really put my finger on it, right? I mean, I think that over time, the auto industry was faced with more and more licensing demands from patent owners.
Let me put it another way.
Go ahead.
Is there something that you thought you needed to do to help make it happen? Like, what was it?
Yeah. I think what we needed to do to make it work is we had to find the right set of licensing terms. I mean, that's the secret sauce. There's two agreements that you have to get right. One is the form agreement, the one that all the licensees are offered and that they execute. But then the other, maybe the more important in some ways, because it's what gets you started, is the agreement between the patent owners. I think that was what we had to get right, because we had to find a way to bring all of the inventors, the companies who have invented and who have created this amazing technology. We had to find a way to bring them all together. The reason why we have, I think, an attractive license offering is because we have so many patent holders who are licensing through the platform. But it's not, that is not simple. Because if you look at our website and you see all the different patent holders, you'll see they're from all over the world.
Yeah.
They're very different in terms of the types of companies. Some sell smartphones, some make infrastructure, some are research institutions. We have a patent pool who participates as a licensor. We have small licensors, NPEs, big companies. It's a very diverse group. And so, as you would expect, whenever you have a very diverse group of anything, no one agrees on anything.
Yeah.
And so I think the challenge and what we had to get right to make it all work was finding the terms of a master agreement that could work for all of those patent holders. And to this day, that's, I think, the most complicated part of it all. Because only when we were able to obtain all of those rights could we really go to the automotive industry and say, we have something really great to offer to you. The price and the terms are really, I mean, we think a great option, but that was never going to happen until we had, I think, kind of this agreement that could attract the critical mass of licensors.